do a reading for Aquarius. This is going to be a timeless reading. As Doggo and I'm on vacation with the Doggo. And it's going to be an interesting time the rest of the month. So we're going to come out with these slightly more in-depth timeless readings. The probably won't be back truly until September, which is not far off. We're going to come out kind of slow. Today we started with air signs. I have a dog here. Pardon me. She's asleep. Oh, I can't see her. She's like right on the other side. We are using the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle and the Wild Unknown Tarot together in one deck. Doing the Celtic Cross with the 2 cards each placement. Sometimes more, depending on if they sneak in there. There was this fly flying around in the last 2 readings. And it had subsided. I was sitting here just hanging out for a few minutes before I got into this one. And she's acting as if it's back. Looked up the symbolism after that first Libra reading. And change. Abrupt change. Symbolism of abrupt change. It's interesting because I thought it was more, I thought it had something to do with stagnancy. But maybe that's like, because of stagnancy, the tower comes in. So, careful, y'all. Oh, I had to shuffle again. I saw the bottom, and it always drives me nuts when I already know what the bottom is. So it might still be there. I don't know. I'm trying not to look. Try not to look. Okay. So, you. What crosses headspace? Root of the matter. Recent past. Near future. How you see yourself. How others see you. Hopes and fears. Outcomes. And overall energy of some sorts. So this would be the Knight of Swords. Coming in with the truth, huh? Oh, Aqua? What that was about. I'm so sorry. Okay. You. Dragonfly and the frog. Interesting. The frog is a lot about the healing energies from the water element. Dragonfly. It's funny. I tend to see that the dragonfly is somewhat elusive. And almost wise in the way that they tend to, oh, how interesting, hover those waters. And they don't really, not that they can't be over earth, they certainly can be, but they are also seem to be above earthly matters as well. How Aquarian of that critter specimen. Being above it, but also being on it, and knowing that there's healing in those waters. Interesting. Come to some realizations, perhaps, Aquarius. What crosses you? Feeling some kind of way. Dang. So wands, though. It's not necessarily Chris Peck from Pond Tarot talks about how while we see the Five of Wands as some kind of conflict, it's they're wands in the traditional tarot that the characters are combating with. So it's like kind of an exercise. Not straight up conflict, it's a learning lesson. You don't like lessons. Yeah, you don't like lessons. Ooh. Interesting. You don't like to be challenged. How very Aquarian of you. I'm sorry. Okay. Just such little touches over here. Okay. Headspace. Wanting to rise above those emotional waters. Sorry. Just keep doing that. So Panther and the 5 of Wands. Dragonfly and the Frog. Now we have the 6 of Swords, which in this deck has like a little rainbow with swords underneath it. Then we have the Turtle. You want to rise above it by swimming effortlessly through it. Do you know how to do that yet? I don't know. But that's what you want to do. Wait. Headspace. That's what you're thinking. You're thinking you can do it. Swords are mental. You're thinking you should be able to swim above it. Right above it. With ease. Is that going to be the case, though? Root of the matter. I don't know. That's conflicting. Hyena and the Firefly. So, root of the matter is wanting to be lighthearted and rise above it. Still, with the dragon. It's the dragonfly again. Definitely heavy dragonfly energy. Firefly is what I meant to say, though. But somewhat, kind of feeling some kind of way, like the Panther. That's what crosses you. During the daytime, you're light and fluffy about it. Fluffy, I don't know why I said fluffy, but you can be more jovial about and light about whatever this is. But at night, you're feeling agitated. Interesting. Recent past. Crocodile and Spider. It's a lot of animal cards. Only 2 tarot so far. Oh, and the overall. The swords. 9 of Swords. Oh, sorry. Forgive me. Like I said, trying to get a lot done during vacation. So I was like, okay. Crocodiles conserve their energy. They don't take bold action. This was in the past, though. Working, building, trying to conserve your energy. He looks a little, not stressed, hypervigilant? Is that what I'm getting? Similar to the Panther and... sitting back but hypervigilant about what you're building. Okay. Near future. Oh. Okay. I like this. This is good. This is good. Chariot and the 9 of Pentacles. Right? Excuse me. You're no longer conserving that energy. You're going to move forward. Towards that stability that you've been working towards. This is a shift, certainly. Because there was some not even emotional stuff necessarily. Well, Potential conflict. Is that internal, or is that just an acknowledgement that watery matters are a thing? Yeah, it didn't seem like a real focus, just acknowledging that it's a thing. But, moving forward, Earth energy. Earth energy in the power of the chariot, which is symbolized by the horse with a pentacle around its neck. Certainly Earth energy. Ooh, and then you have this Nine of Pentacles. But you have the 10th pentacle around the neck. I like that a lot. The future is basically the 10 of Pentacles. But you're getting yourself there. And I was going to say that Nine of Pentacles tends to be a singular energy. It doesn't have to be a single person. But it's self-reliance in some way. But you have the 10th pentacle there. Could be an indication that you are not on your own. Okay, how you see yourself. Butterfly and the Fool. Like I said more recently, that proud of a transformation. I mean, of course, the symbolism of transformation from to the caterpillar, to the chrysalis, to the butterfly is notorious. But then, after said transformation, the Fool. I love that. That was together in not an early reading of this channel. There's a great energy to have together. Like, okay, we made a shift, so now you can go and do the next thing. You already had the chariot. Well, how you see yourself. A new beginning doesn't necessarily... Well, it says the Fool. Feeling like a fool? In some way. But still doing it. But the future energy is the chariot, so... It's not for nothing. It's not like that's that foolish. Okay, how others see you. Hummingbird and the otter. Interesting. Certainly glowing. Maybe a teensy bit vulnerable. But it doesn't look like I don't know if it's one of these two decks where there's like the rabbit, where it's like, oh, the hawk is coming. Like that seems like a problematic vulnerable. These seem like almost page energy, like beginner's mind. Like this may be a page energy in the emotional realm because it's water, and then this may be a beginner's mind when it came to air energy. Not that the hummingbird is a beginner's mind. They actually know exactly where they're going every day, and they need to do so in order to sustain their physicality. Childlike. Somewhat. But I always see that as a good thing. Maintaining childlike energy. It's funny, because as adults, I guess, as you're proceeding forward, there's like this this perception of being childlike as like immature and maybe not all that knowledgeable and maybe foolish and maybe not seeing the real world. But at the same time, those same people are wishing to have the energy that they had in their youth to pursue their goals. But what if they did? What if having that energy means being in that energy? Sorry, baby. Yeah. What if embracing, what if like inviting your inner child to the party is what makes your physicality, is what sustains your physicality to move towards your goals. That's how other people see you. It's interesting, I brought up the perspective in that of others. Okay, alright. And the Fool. Sorry. Connections. Hopes and fears. Ooh. Earthworm and the Empress. These came up very recently. Were these... They came up in the Gemini reading, but they were in very different placements. You want to sit in this energy. Yeah, you want to sit in the energy of the Empress and ground that fact. Hopes and fears. What would be a fear about this? Maybe a stagnancy? It's Earth energy. Hopes and fears. I don't know why that would be a fear. I mean, stagnancy certainly, because it's Earth energy. I see the colors though. Well, we talked about the childhood stuff. I instantly think like, oh, you want to be seen as an empress, but to have the energy to do so, you have to invite your child, your inner child, to the party. Possibly concerned about seeming immature, even still. Playing with earthworms. Can you be seen as the Empress doing childlike things? Knight of Swords. Outcome. I don't like this outcome. It's fine. Walking away from disappointments. Being the hermit. Very, very interesting. Walking away from disappointments. I mean, I'm hoping I didn't get it all wrong. That, that you can't invite your child to your inner child to the party. That only leads to foolishness, and you need to grow up. I don't like that. Hopes and fears. Empress and Earthworm. Outcome. The order of this. Oh, the order of this outcome. Should you decide to just sit in that stoicism, it's okay, baby. Every time I make these, I'm sorry, I'm so dramatic, my love. Should you decide to sit in your stoicism instead, you'll be emotionally disappointed. Alright, okay. This one might even be longer than the Libra reading, which is longer. But I think I'm only going to do, it's the way I was in the last one. Let's see if it pops back out. It was the King of Wands. Probably gonna just do an element a day. Finish up on Friday, I think. I want to see. Let's just ask. Oh, does anyone fall? I'm imagining things. Let's just ask. Should you decide to bring along your inner child and to not sit in that stoicism, what can we expect? Like, to ask something so direct, but that's very direct. It's, in my opinion. Alright. Two more, actually. Yeah. Didn't use this in the last reading. Yeah, just like, okay. Yeah. Huh. This is a very Aquarian problem. Not that this is, well, okay, well, overall energy with this. I didn't want it to pop off, okay. Seven of Swords. Deciding to bring your inner child is gonna make you feel some kind of way, regardless. Choosing to step out of your stoicism is gonna make you feel some kind of way. So, Page of Cups. Emotional learning, which leads us to the Tower. Yeah. Tower is necessary, but I don't know if it's a cause or an effect. I mean, I'm asking, so it would be. But, it's the world. So, bringing in your emotions, learning some new things, brings in some upheaval. But that brings in the world. Totally new cycle. And I guess that would depend on whether or not you're satisfied with where you are right now. But if you are not satisfied with where you are right now, I mean, who knows? The universe might bring that Tower in regardless. But do you want to make the choice? Do you want to make that choice? Overall energy would be like, he's sneaking away, certainly, but he's doing something differently. He's bringing in a different truth. And the different truth, doing something differently by bringing in a different truth, that you're actually also the Father of Cups. I mean, Aquarius is a most evolved air sign, or like, you know, oldest evolved. I mean, it's an abundance of the lessons. If your truth is that you're actually an emotional being, but you're sitting behind your stoicism, and it's making you unsatisfied, you can choose something else. Or Tower might just come in regardless. I would choose something else. Personally, not pushing the river. That's personal to me. But, make steps. Make steps to reveal your truth. The Tower might not necessarily be yours. The Tower might be for other people. Well, that's interesting. This reading has been so long. If you want to be in control of your emotional fulfillment, start speaking your truth just a little bit more. You can ease into it. I think you can ease into it. Because this is you. This is not perceptions of yourself or the perception of others. This is you. You have the capacity to rise above it, to understand that one must... Well, the frog has to come out of the water sometimes, right? But there's an understanding that getting back to that water from time to time is nourishing. So this, yeah. Be above it, but see its benefits in the ways that suit you. How very Aquarian of you. I love you. Have a nice rest of your month. Bye.